Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom wherever you are. Today being the 23rd day of December 2023. We are here once again on BTV Europe, Biafran Television Europe. I welcome you all to this very live broadcast from our studio. From here, I say to you, depending your time zone, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to so many of you. And I want to use this opportunity to compliment all Biafrans around the world. And I say to you, compliment of the season for those that traveled and those at home. I say, may Elohim Chukokikabiama Purimi Henile continue to guide and protect you all at this season. And as you are in this season, be watchful and be careful as well, so that enemy will not seize the opportunity of this festive time to wish harm on any one of us. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we want to deliberate today on the extraordinary reduction of Mazi Lionman, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. What we want to deliberate here actually today is very, very simple. We all know that kidnapping and the extraordinary reduction of any person is a crime against international community. But Nigeria state has engaged in this particular shameful crime. And the man they kidnapped, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is a citizen of United Kingdom. And the state of United Kingdom have been silent all this while. And I began to ask, many questions begin to flow. What could have led to this particular silence of such great nation that has the signatory to this particular action against persons? And you will understand that this is the signal shows that these people compromise everything about the kidnapping and the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Lionman. Our brother will join us anytime from now. Mazi Chika Austin will join us anytime from now, because I needed to ask him some few questions concerning the action of Britain towards their citizens who have been in illegal detention of DSS in Nigeria for a period of years now, and no action or no sanction have been leashed on any Nigerian state concerning this particular engagement. We all knew what happened in Kenya. Many officers in Kenya lost their job due to this very particular case of Mazi Lionman. And we haven't had any officers being arrested or any person being arrested that involved in this particular international crime against person. But in Kenya, some justice have been done in Kenya concerning the case of Mazi Lionman, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. If you are watching us now and in a few minutes, our brother, our Mazi Chika Austin will join us. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The judgment of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and their pending decision is very, very worrisome, because we know in every nation what sustains every nation and make it a nation is constitution. And this particular thing called constitution is more than anybody within that particular territory. Even the billionaires, what guide them against the less privileged in any country is constitution of that particular country. Constitution is the defender of any territory. But in Nigeria, every constitution that we are seeing, or every judgment that is taking place, or what have happened in judiciary, in Nigeria judiciary, have shown that everything is collapsing. Everything is collapsing in a very rapid motion, which is very, very bad signal. And those that are concerned, or those that are supposed to air their voice on this particular injustice that is being traded in Nigerian judiciary, are not saying anything. And the funny part of it is that those who are on top today, thinking that they are untouchable, they forgot that injustice meted on one person is injustice meted on everybody, because it's turn by turn. One day, one thing to another must have lead you to be in that particular position or in that situation. The former CBN governor, if anybody told him that he will be arrested when he was in charge, he will not believe. If any prophet prophesied it, he will not believe. Because these are the people who have thought that, yes, we own this place, we can do whatever we want and go scot-free with it. But today, I've been in that particular situation. This is why we that understand what is called, or the danger of injustice, we always come on to hit on it. Because knowing fully well that if I keep silent when injustice is being meted on one of our other, or or a neighbor, and I keep quiet, I say, okay, it didn't happen to me. One day after my neighbor, it will happen to me. This is why the whites, in a white nation, this is why they are always being out to tackle injustice. They don't wait till they come to them. As soon as it happened to their neighbor, they all come out and tackle that particular injustice, because of they don't want that injustice to saturate. They don't want it to have a taproot. But today in Nigeria, injustice have happened a taproot. Because why I'm saying it, I've seen many stories about Nigeria state where an individual will now walk into a police station. An individual walking into a police station demanding for arrest of somebody without approval of any judge or without investigative department of police. But in developed world, in abroad where we are, it doesn't happen. If I'm let's assume that I am a neighbor to somebody, or I am doing something wrong, the only duty I have is to report that person to the authority, which is the police. I inform the police the activities of this person is suspicious. Is my neighbor. The police will say, okay, who is this person? Okay, he's my neighbor. But his activity is suspicious. If I have his full data as a name or information, I release to the police. Then I go back to my base. Then it will be left for police to carry out their job properly and do that job accordingly, without embarrassing that particular person. Police now will now mount their satellite on that particular person, following that person to know, to confirm, because they want evidence. In abroad, they cannot just arrest anybody. If I come here and I say, this person is this person is that, this person is this person, the only thing I can do, much I can do, is to give my report on what I have sensed concerning that particular fellow. Then I go back. Now, the rest job lies on the police and the investigative department, which they will go in and begin to investigate. It may take them 2 years, it may take them 3 years. But the most important thing that they want to have what they call evidence, because you cannot arrest anybody in abroad without evidence. Because arresting that person without evidence, you want to make that person very, very rich. You just want to, if it is a poor man, you just want to leave the man from his poverty status quo and make him a millionaire, or make him a middle class man, because that is his opportunity. That is what you have been waiting for. As soon as you arrest him, no evidence is fine, he will turn around and charge you, and the government will pay. And that may lead the officers who engage in this arrest. It may cost them their job, because government will not like to release that kind of money and pay damages at the end of the day. There was no evidence that was present to need that person. So what happened? Those people who engage in that particular arrest may lose their job as soon as government release their money and pay to the person they arrested without evidence. And this didn't happen now. I have been asking this question. So I want to ask this question today before the world on this BTV Europe. What are those? Where are those? And who are those involved in the kidnapping of Mazi Lionman in Kenya? It seems everybody is keeping quiet over this particular area. Nobody is saying anything. Everybody have just forgotten. The Mazi Lionman disappeared from his location from Kenya, where he traveled to, and find himself in Nigeria. The answer is no. He was kidnapped in Kenya. Then where are those involved in this kidnapping? These are the questions that should be trading. These are the questions that people should float into Twitter, begin to ask. Bring this issue back to life again. Bring this issue back to life again. Because why I'm saying it, because I knew how many officers who lost their job in Kenya because of Mazi Lionman case. 2 high-rank officers of immigration in Kenya airport lost their job without benefit. Lost their job without benefit. The head of police was on suspension for a period of months because of Mazi Lionman case. So many others. Many officers, some of them were detained, in which after they investigated, they allowed those ones who are innocent and free them. Why those ones who were not innocent were sacked, were fired without benefit from the work they have done for many years. So I'm asking, where are the Nigeria officers? If it is Nigeria officers that involved, now that justice have been done in Kenya, where are the Nigeria officers who involved in this, or individual? If it is not Nigeria officers, where are the individual who involved in this particular illegal act, criminal act? Where are they? Is it a businessman? Where are those businessmen? Is it the politicians? Where are these politicians? These are the questions we should be asking. We should not be beating around the bush. Let me tell you, I want to say something here on this BTV, that if you want to find a solution to anything in life, you must begin the story from where the story begins from. You must start the story from beginning. This has been the problem of a black Africa. We always, because in abroad, before you treat any case, what the judge will ask is, where is the investigation? When did you start the investigation? When did it end it? When did the arrest happen? That means starting the issue from the beginning for the clarity purpose, because they must have something that this is clarity purpose. It cannot just hide some and say, okay, let us do it this way or let us do it that way. And this was the reason why the legal team of IPOB, which led by San Michael Zekome and Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, made their earlier stand in other way to provide solution and to avoid multiple arrests of those engaged. There's political solution, which some of people who does not, may I call them, they are not well educated, were disgracing themselves and say, what is the meaning of political solution? Political solution is okay, let bad be bad. But now that they are not obeying that political solution, I think then the issue need to be treated accordingly. That particular political solution that was offered to this particular case to avoid the multiple arrests of people who were involved should be deleted. It should be deleted. And let us face the real justice and the reality. That's what we are here today to discuss. Because the man continuously being detained after the appeal court discharged and acquitted him. And there is an still standing order that's okay. This man, because of the way this man was brought, because that was the key word the justice used to discharge man. They said the way the man was brought back into Nigeria was illegal, and it was a crime against international community. That was the judgment. That was the judge stand, which was right. The way this man was brought back into the nation without due process is crime. Is a crime. So therefore, no court, no persons can entertain this case anymore. This man is hereby discharged and acquitted. Then the executive body of the same nation turn around and flatten that particular judgment according to the Constitution. So the question is here now. Is there any individuals in Nigeria that is bigger than the Constitution? I think the Constitution is more supreme than anybody. Because I know what I'm saying. Most of politicians today, maybe out of hatred or out of the corruption or the corruption they are enjoying in Nigeria, that make them, everybody is silent because of what they are enjoying. Because, you know, a place where you cannot account for any public fund, there is nothing more sweeter than that. And also huge damage. This is why you see some people, they know that Nigeria will not work tomorrow. Neither will it work in the next 50 years. But they just, okay, that's something we are enjoying here. We are enjoying corruption. Okay, let us sustain this nation so that we will continue where we stop. Everybody is quiet. Where is the human rights lawyers of Nigeria? Where is the human rights lawyers in Nigeria? Or did Nigeria have known human rights lawyers institution? It doesn't exist anymore in Nigeria. These are where they're supposed to step in a team. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatever. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. I I may hate you as a person or you hate me as a person. But when it comes to sustaining, when you sustain the constitution, that means you are trying to sustain the nation. When I watch people say Nigeria must be sustained, the senators are saying Nigeria must be sustained. But here you are not sustaining it. You are not sustaining the constitution. The power of any nation is constitution. I want this thing to sink into the head of everyone. The power of every nation is constitution. So when you are lying to yourself or deceiving yourself or making mockery of yourself that you want to sustain a nation and you are not sustaining the constitution, then how are you going to sustain the nation? Because the power that upholds every nation and the progress of every nation lies in judiciary, which is the constitution of the country. Constitution of the country is more powerful than the president of the country, than the vice president of the country, than the state governors of that same country. The constitution of every nation is powerful than the ministers from the same country. The constitution of the country is more powerful also than the attorney general of the country. Because this is that book put together, that paperwork put together called constitution, is where the power of the nation lies on. And now that nobody is respecting that particular constitution, then how are you trying to, which message are you passing out there? That you want to sustain a nation? You want to sustain a nation without respecting the constitution? When you begin to abuse the constitution, that means you are abusing the nation. That means you cannot sustain that nation. The nation will collapse because you have flattened the power, the engine part of that particular nation, which is the constitution. So this is what we are saying here. We need, let justice trade. Let justice stand for Mazi Nnamdi. When I look at those, some people, they say, oh, I don't like him, therefore let me keep quiet. Or a Yoruba man may say, okay, it's not from my side. Or Hausa man may say, okay, it's not from my side. Fulani man will say, okay, it's not from my side. Middle belt man will say, okay, it's not from my side. After all, he is agitating for a separate state. Agitation is fundamental right of every person's or race. So far is in line with the international standard, which IPOB have proven before the world. What we are demanding as people is referendum. We never say, oh, let us go to war. What this man have been saying from the beginning is, let every race that was forcefully joined together in Nigeria come with their consciousness and say, okay, let us make decision. Let us make choice if you are to stay or if you are to go. That's why we say referendum. By voting. By voting, referendum by voting. It is allowed. It is allowed. Nigeria states have continued to disgrace themselves before the African Union. They have continued to disgrace themselves before the European Union. They have continued to disgrace themselves before United Nations. And tomorrow you want to be respected as a Nigerian citizen. Tomorrow you want to be respected in Asia. When you are being maltreated in Asia, don't you know that there is intelligent unit of every nation that monitors other people's nation activity? If you're a Nigerian today, your life is in danger because of what your leaders are doing. the abuse of constitution, your life is in a great danger. Because when you go to South Korea, or let's say you go to North Korea, they can easily, oh, you're Nigeria. They may adopt you illegally and throw you into jail, and without even taking you to court. Then when maybe mercy is on your side, or God is on your side, maybe somebody or some group of people, oh, what he did to this man is, they who will speak. Because they say, the way you put your bed is where you are going to lie on it. That is life. Then what those authorities will look into is that, oh, these people, this one have audacity to come and challenge us of acting illegally against this particular person. In their place, does their own leaders respect the constitution? This is what they will. This is the major reason why our ambassadors aside, who are representing Nigeria aside, they don't appear when you write them or call them for issue of any Nigerian citizen, because they knew that they were not going to be respected because of the abuse they have caused already. Because they have already caused the abuse. So those people are doing exactly what they are doing. They are doing exactly what the Nigerian leaders are doing to you. That is exactly what they are doing. Which they cannot do to American citizen, which they cannot do to any European citizen, which they cannot do to any Canadian citizen. Because they know that those ones respect their own constitution. So they will follow to respect that citizen according to their leadership character. It's like when a matured man, a married man, carry his wife issue and put on the table before his friend in a drinking place, in a restaurant, and make it a topic. Ridiculing his own wife before his friend. Then at the end, what do you think those friends will do? Whenever they see the woman, they say, look at the stupid woman. Because the narrative had been tabled before them by the same woman husband. No respect anymore. But they assume that when the man come, my wife is this, my wife is so special. As soon as he said my wife is so special, that is how every of his friends will be viewing that particular woman. This woman is a wonderful woman to my friend, though. Is a respectable woman to my friend, though. Is a responsible woman to my friend. The same respect will be given to that woman according to the wealth and the character of her husband before his own friend. The same thing applicable to woman. When a woman says, my husband is very stupid, this and that, from afar, when the man is coming, that is how the friend of those women, that particular woman will be looking at that particular man. Knowing fully well that is that stupid man. Without investigating, look at that stupid man, that's our friend, husband, look at very stupid man. Because the wife have presented that man as a stupid man before the friend. Okay, let's assume that the wife present that man, my husband is special husband in the world, is this, from afar. When that same man is coming, those friends of that woman cite him. The first thing they will, that man is awesome. That man is this man. That is how the life will function. So when you are a Nigeria passport carrier, you get to the airport, the order, like what I have experienced it many times. You see, oh, you are citizens of this place. Oh yeah, this line. You are Nigeria. Oh, wait here. I've seen it. While we are passing, look at Nigeria there. Oh, you wait here. You wait. You just wait here. Wait. Because this is how your leaders have been treating you. They are treating you without respect. So others must follow. others must follow. If you are talking about people now who want to, if you are talking about some group of people who want to even sustain that in Nigeria, they are talking about we must sustain this nation, you are sustaining this nation, but you are the one abusing the power that will sustain the nation. While the IPOB are the ones even pushing you to do the right thing that will make people say, oh, there is hope. There is no other, okay, there's something you will do, or there's something a father or a thing that father will engage on that. The children will say, okay, I strongly believe we still have hope on our father. Let us watch him. But there's something, there is kind of character the father will engage on. The children say, there's no hope. Let us go and do what we want and survive. And that is exactly what is going on in Nigeria. Nigeria is the way it is today because of the abuse of the constitution. I've said this in many years ago, over 15 years or 10 years ago, I said this thing. Individual demanding for arrest of citizen of that same nation. Because you own, maybe you an opportunity, maybe you have opportunity or you have privilege. Or you are more richer than that particular fellow. You just, because of, maybe you have, I've seen a man, just a little quarrel with the neighbor. He went to police station and met with the DPO and asked and demanded that DPO should give him police. And they gave him police. Can you, now I want to ask, can you go to, okay, let me use Italy as an example. Do you think you can go to Italy police station and say, give me Carabinieri or give me Polizia? All of them will first of all, the head of the station will first of all turn around and look at you. Who allowed this madman into this premises of police station? That's the first thing they will ask. They may even detain you there. They will say, okay, let us take this man to hospital to check his brain, if the brain is working properly. How can you go walking into a police and say, give me a police? To give you the power of the nation. Police is the power of the nation. You are not demanding to give you the power of the nation. Under what circumstances are you demanding for the power of the nation? Even the power of a nation that president cannot even. Do you know that the president of a developed country cannot say, give me police? No matter he is the chief in command. He can't. That is process. That is process. And imagine a day an individual going to police and say, give me a police. I want to go and arrest Mr. So-so-so. I want to go arrest Madam So-so-so. And the power of a nation will be released to that person. Funny enough, to be released to that person, the person will take the power of a nation to go and do whatever he wants, to go and abuse someone else without a due process. And you say you want to sustain a nation, and you are not sustaining the constitution of that particular nation, that is where the power or beauty of the nation lies on. Is that not funny? This is funny. Where life has no meaning. The citizen that you should protect, the constitution says, protect the interests of the nation, and when you say protect the interests of the nation, means everything there in that nation must be protected. And since this particular tax is not being made by the leaders of that the same nation, then what are you talking about? Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria this thing happened. It doesn't happen any other way in the world. Go and investigate. It doesn't happen in any other place in the world. abuse of power. Even the police does not even know the meaning of the Constitution. And I'm beginning to know that even the judges in that particular Nigeria does not even know the power that's been concerning this Constitution. Because if the judges knew, what they would do the right thing. They would say, oh, Mr. President, we have to do this book we are holding here is greater than you. It's more powerful than your office. They do the right thing. Oh, Mr. Governor, this Constitution is more powerful than your office, your governorship office. It's more powerful. I remember the when Trump issue began, when what do you call it? When they struggled that black man to death in the United States. When the protest was going on, what was the chief officer of police of one state in America said? Even Trump was still in power. If you see the interview of that man, you know that Constitution is more powerful than president. Where a police officer, a high-rank police officer, is talking live on camera, telling that Mr. Donald Trump, the United States president, does not know what he's saying. That you should shut up his mouth. That is what language he wasn't diplomatic. He should shut up his mouth henceforth. When he went further to explain, he said, oh, police will be there. He said, I've been in this police work. Many presidents have come and gone, and we are still here. That was the president. That is what, and that is how you should be. He said, I've been in this police work. Many presidents have come and gone. He said, who is the Trump? He should henceforth shut up his mouth. And the Trump shut up his mouth. And nobody questioned him because they knew he is right. What he's trying to do is sustaining the nation. He doesn't want to sustain Trump. He is sustaining the nation. The same thing took place in this land. It took place in Brazil. What happened in Brazil? Oh, a president said, oh, I'm not agree, this and that. An incumbent president. The chief of army staff went and visited him immediately. After visiting him, the citizens of Brazil, everybody was quiet. They saw Capital, they called their chief of army staff Capital. Capital have gone to visit Mr. President. We are waiting for his return. Capital have gone to visit Mr. President. We are patiently waiting for Capital return. Do you see the kind of confidence they build on their forces? The citizens now build confidence on themselves because they knew that the forces must respect the law of the country. They were not afraid when the man went there. That was the only time the man visited him. The man went and visited him. All the whole citizens was they were happy. They said, now that Captain have involved, we want to see. They say, allow Captain to come out from the visit. We will hear from him. And I was asking, what is the meaning of Capital? What did you mean? Well, what is the Capital activity concerning the disagreement of president concerning the outcome of the result of the election? They said I should come down. That the man that went there now, that every hope is there with him now. And surprisingly, when the man came out, the man addressed the citizens of Brazil. Everybody should go. Those who have come out to those who have come out to flood the road. This is where they know that they are the power of the citizens of those nations know that they are the power of the nation. They know that the governor is nobody. They know that the president is nobody. They know that the minister of whatever is nobody. They own the country. The country belongs to them. Then decide what happened. Because those people that are being representing them, they are the one that sent those people there. They use their finger to send senator to go and represent them. They use their finger to send lower house members to go and represent them. They use their finger to vote governor in to go and represent them in their own state. So they have power over them. Those people are just like a employee. Okay, we employ them to go and work for us. They have the also power to, okay, you lose your job. They have the power to take over the job from them back. This is what they call democracy. And immediately the Capitan came out. He addressed them. Everybody was happy. They said, go back to your place. We don't want to see people occupying road. Allow business to flow. And everybody went in. Movement began to restore. People went back to work. Company began to work again. The next thing after his address, he said the man must go. That was it. He said the man must go home. That the people of Brazil have decided. The chief of army staff came and said, people of Brazil have decided. They decided first time, the result was ahead somehow. You are not satisfied, then we respected your opinion and said, okay, let us rerun it again. They have rerun it again. Even the point you have from the first vote, you lost it. You even lost it. Okay, now you will go. That is how they escorted the man. The man went home. That is what they call sustaining the constitution. The man went home. And peace was restored. But look at what is going on in Nigeria. Army institution has collapsed. Judiciary has collapsed. Police institution has collapsed. Because what's collapsed? When you cannot, when the ordinary citizen does not have confidence in policing of any nation, that means it's gone. When they don't have confidence in army, that means it's gone. When the judiciary does not have, when the citizen does not have confidence in their own judiciary, it's gone. And when all these three powerful institutions is gone, the country is gone. Your life is in danger. The wicked one now will not seize the opportunity to be doing whatever they want to do to you. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. People, crime now everywhere in Nigeria. Politicians are championing crime. Some that have the mindset of criminality, they now come with full force and say, oh, this is the greatest opportunity we have been looking for. Even some Europeans who cannot commit crime in their place now are flooding into Nigeria to go and commit crime. Americans who cannot commit crime in their place now have found Nigeria as a safe haven to go and commit crime. Arabs who cannot dare it in their country commit crime are now flooding into Nigeria to commit crime. Because the constitution has collapsed. They have collapsed everything. Because they are watching, they are seeing it. They are not blind. And those that are there, they don't know what is going on. And this is why when I look at the situation, I say, God, people is gone. People is gone. These people, they don't even know the danger that is waiting ahead of them. I said, these people don't know. I wish they know. I wish they know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the world is watching. The world, that's the way the world behave. You may think, they are with you. Of course. But you will be surprised when the time comes. When the people that this injustice have been affected have embarked on necessary action they need. The same people who you thought they were with you, they will turn against you. I'm just giving Nigerian state and their ministers and their politicians, I'm just giving them signal. They don't know what they are facing. Because what we be, we always be. Is Nigeria going to disintegrate? Yes, it's going to nobody can stop it. Because there is no let's say there's no point, or let's say no view that was okay, we are enjoying there's nothing that citizen of any Nigerian will say, okay, look at what I'm enjoying as a Nigerian. Okay, because of steady electricity, please, okay, I have the spirit to sustain this country. Okay, because of free medical care, I have the spirit to sustain this country. Oh, because of water that runs in our houses, I have the spirit to sustain this country. Nigeria is only nation in the world that deny her citizens water. Nigeria is only nation in the world that deny their citizens medical care. Nigeria is the only nation in the world that deny their citizens electricity. Nigeria is the only nation in this world that deny their citizens security. Nigeria is only the nation in this world that abuse their own citizens than they're loving their own citizens. They abuse their own citizens in the highest the abuse of Nigerian authorities against her citizens is something. Sometimes I begin to worry, I begin to get worried. I say, God, then what is the hope of those that are living in this particular place? What is the hope of those living in this particular place? I said the hope of these people is actually gone. The hope of these people is actually gone. Which is very, 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 very dangerous in any nation. And for them to renew their faces, even though Nigeria, because Nigeria must be disintegrated, at least let them do something that the world will say, okay, okay, let us do this. What about bring these people to the table? Let us discuss this way. Let us discuss this way. Do you know the world? Why the world keep quiet? They are keeping silent. That is how the world works. They are keeping quiet. Okay, we know that these particular people demanding for their right, they are coming gradually. And as people, we are watching. We are waiting at the appointed time where the thing will land in a place where there is no way of handling it. Okay, we have come in. At the end of the day, you will find a lot of these politicians being imprisoned. Some of them will be imprisoned in their own home. Some of them will be imprisoned outside their own territory. It has happened, and it will continue to happen. In every nation, the first priority of those nations is her citizens. That's why you see them jealously protecting their citizens. And that's why you see the citizens jealously also fighting hard to sustain their own country. Now, tell me any man or any woman in Nigeria now that will come out and boldly and say, oh, let me sacrifice my blood for Nigeria. No. Even those who they are sending to Boko Haram, that Boko Haram are massacring on daily basis, those ones, they are just there because they don't know what, because when you talk to some individual that is in Nigeria army, they will tell you, they say, most of them will tell you, if I leave the work, what will I do? That to show you now, he is just there. And when a man is doing something based on, this is the only solution, not with love. But in abroad, in other countries, in other developed world, they are working towards developing their country with passion, with love. Because of what? What the country have provided for them. I ask those who believe in one Nigeria one day, I ask, at least let me know, I'm not just because of, is one of those who believe, if anytime you ask, he will tell you that Nigeria will be good. Only if the citizens will stand up and begin to choose their leader. I say, are you not a Nigerian? Common governor of a state. People will vote the governor they want. Thank God that this person is from Imo State. Immediately that Imo State election, do you know what that person said? He said, Lion man, I don't know what to do again about Nigeria. I don't have any other solution. Because I was expecting something for Nigeria government to prove them, to prove you people, IPU will be wrong. That was what one of their one Nigerian stock said. He said, I was waiting for Nigeria state to prove you guys wrong. But look at how they are proving you guys on daily basis. They are proving you guys right. Giving you guys more credit. That was what he said. He said, he said from today, I don't want problem. He said, you guys should do what you are doing to get off this Biafra. He said, because do you know why he is saying all those things? Because he has a house in Abuja. He said, well, I don't know what to do again. That means these people are not ready for change. They are not ready to amend their way. He said they are not ready to amend their ways. I said, okay, now you know. I said, have you forgotten that I'm part and parcel of this Nigeria people who have served Nigeria? Not only serving, work with politicians leg by leg. I say, if not for Mazi Lionman that come out and begin to hit on the important issue that, that concerns life, that make us also say, this man is saying the truth, then we join him. We say, no, all of us cannot keep on enjoying criminality while the future of our children will be rubbish. Okay, let us. I say, my friend, you are no more Nigeria than me before. But anybody that has conscience will work as seriously to make sure that Nigeria ends today and tomorrow because of the future of the children that are born in that territory. Because why he must work as seriously to end it? Because of the future of those ones coming behind us. Not because of, I'm agitating for Biafra today. Mazi Lionman is doing what he's doing today, suffering injustice today because of those ones that are coming behind us, not him. How old is him? How many more years is he going to live? I was telling somebody one day, I said, I am a vehicle with half tank. He said, what do I mean by half tank? I said, am I 5 years old? He was not. I said, "Yes, I'm not 5 years old." So a man above 40. That means I am half tank. I said, what I'm doing today, I don't supposed to be doing it. I said, how many years did I have more? Highest I have 50 years more. Or highest I have 60 years more. And where I am, a place where I am, I'm comfortable. I can choose to live that remaining years there. I go back and I meet with my ancestors. But what about those ones who are 5 years? What about those ones who are 4 years? What about those ones who are 6 years, 7 years, 8, 10 years? They still have more time to spend. These are the people we are agitating for. So that we have a place where they will hit their hand on their chest and say, this is my country. I will fight and I will die for this country. Because of what the provision that the country have made for them. Look at the state of Israel. Where filmmakers, where musicians came back and carried on to go after Hamas. Look at Russia, where the people you don't not even not expect came back and joined the army. Before the authority told them, no, the army is intact, the army haven't tired already. So every citizen should wait. Then citizens then went back. Some of them traveled back to their base. Already when the Britain want to conspire and the America want to join, all of them came back. So no, here, we all die here. When you see a man say, we all die here, what do you mean? What do you think that man, what do you think that provoked the spirit of that man? Because of how the state have treated him or her in one way or another. I was still discussing with somebody. I said, if I was asking, I said, let's assume today the country where you are and Nigeria has a problem and it resulted into fight. Are you going to fight? Who are you going to join to fight? This guy do not allow me to land. He's not an happy member. He's a lion man. What are you talking about? He said, of course, I'm going to join the country where I am. I said, why? To fight against the country where... He said, which country? He said, it's the country that if I sick, he said, when he was there, he nearly died. The family had no money to send him to hospital. Say he knew what his eyes saw before. He said, the only grace of God that survived him. He said the same sickness that was worrying him for many years that the parent does not have money to. He said when he had the opportunity that somebody sent him abroad, that particular sickness was treated under 1 week. He said they took him as he landed there in a camp. They run them tests and discovered this. You see, from there they move him in midst of other people and took him to hospital. And he was in that hospital for 2 months and check the sickness that leaves somebody for 2 months. He said the doctors and the nurse was asking him, for how long have you been suffering this kind of? He said he told them so time when he was so years. They said, but you are still alive. How do you tell us what you think you used to drink to that sustain your life up to this date? He said he was looking at them because he said, I've been managing this thing. But he said under 2 months in the hospital, this thing was properly cured. He said life restored into his life. He said, is that the one you are telling me if these people that cured him, that took care of him without spending one dime, have a problem with Nigeria, that he will not join them and fight the Nigeria state? He said, I'm asking this question. He said, I want to provoke him. I said, no, I'm just asking. Do I know anything that happened to you? Are you not the one that said it? He said, I should not ask him that way. He said, you joined the country that welcomed him, that treated him, pampered him, and fight the Nigeria state. I said, just imagine. And this is the reason why the politicians are doing. That is why any politician that came there want to grab what he want to grab for his children and children, because they know that they have collapsed the power of that particular place. They know that the power of the particular place have been completely rubbished by the same people, not by ordinary Nigerians, by the same leaders that parade themselves as leaders of Nigeria, are gradually destroying the constitution. When you destroy your own thing that they put in charge of you, you are in charge of this, but you are the one destroying it. The court of appeal of a nation said, this case is hereby discharged and acquitted. And no judge or no court have the right to entertain this case anymore. Under Constitution, this was pronounced. Constitution is the key of every nation. With that Constitution, you will not be able to walk free on any road in the world. People don't know the importance of Constitution. With that Constitution, now there's no human being, no matter how muscular you are as a man, no matter how giant, you will not be able to walk on the road. With that Constitution. Because with that Constitution, no matter your giant, a baby of 10 years will stand somewhere and point gun on your head and blow up your head. But that baby of 10 years will not do it. The father will not give him gun to go and do it. Because of what? Because of Constitution. Because Constitution does not permit you to kill. I was telling somebody, I said, without Constitution, nobody, no matter how wise you are, you can never move, you can never survive. Even the most bloody tested human being, those people that they love testing blood, themselves will not live without Constitution. They will not be alive without Constitution as well. That is it. I am working. I know they are watching BTV. I am here today to remind them of their actions. Remind them of the danger they are dipping themselves and dipping the so-called Nigeria state into. That is why a judge may not even like you. He may not like even your fisher. But as soon as you are being brought to before judge, he look at your face, he doesn't like you. Especially in a developed world where a country that has black and white, that have mixed, he may not like your face. That is human nature. Everybody must not like you. When everybody in life love you or like you, you simply means you are a very useless person. If everybody in this life love you and like you, man, you know what? Go and kneel down and pray to God and say, God, remove spirit of uselessness in me. which means I am being useless. That's why people love me. Everybody love me. No, God, remove this thing. Remove this bad spirit in me. Pray heavily, which means you are nobody. That's why everybody love you. The same judge may not like you, may not like you as a black man, he may not like you as a white man. But what happened? What will make the judge that they have presented you to give you justice because of the Constitution, not because of your face. If we look at the Constitution, okay, what's the report police present here? What is the report prosecutor present here? They will read it. The lawyer will intervene and say, oh, this and that. Lawyer will do his or her defense job. At the end of the day, the judge will abandon your face or abandon your color or abandon your race. You're a black African American, African European, African this. He will abandon all those things and go back to his Constitution. And look, what the Constitution said in what the police present against Lionman. What exactly this Constitution said? They will read it, and interpret it. After they interpret it, also, okay, this person is hereby sentenced, or this person is hereby free. Because what he committed is not going to warrant to send him to jail. Okay, this person is free. So time, come and report. So time, come and appear. The same people that ask you to time, come and appear. One day, because everything has due process. When the process of stopping you from appearing come, the same judge will go back to Constitution and revisit this and say, okay, how has been his attitude towards his appearing so time, where the police center where you always appear, they will be okay. I'll be obeying the appearing order. Okay, for this and this, for obeying this and this, they will still go back to what the Constitution said concerning somebody who is into this state of life and he is obeying it. Constitution will say, okay, free him. He will go back to the Constitution. Constitution will say, okay, free him. He will free you. No matter the hatred he has on you, no matter the hatred that judge has on you or has on your color or on your race, immediately he will do what the Constitution said, not what he decided. Because if he does what he decides, he may lose his opportunity, he may lose his job. He can never do what he likes because he's not permitted. Constitution does not permit. Because when he or she was swearing in as a judge, he swore to sustain, to uphold the nation. He did not say in favor of Lionman or in favor of this. No. If everything he or she must do must be in favor of the nation. Which is what? Constitution. What did the Constitution say? That is the question. What did the Constitution say? The Constitution said extraordinary rendition of any person is illegal. It's a crime. So where are those who committed this crime? Till today, I have never seen anybody say, oh, look at the group. Okay, they are 5 in number, they are 4 in number, they are 10 in number. Look at their names. Okay, their name is Chijoke. This one is Chukemeka. Or this one is Tunde. The name of one of the officers that engaged in kidnapping of Martin and the Ghana, one of them is Yusuf. This and that. I have never seen. That was it. Something is lacking. Something is lacking. And what is lacking must be It must be bring back to life and be correct. Who are those? Or they don't want us to push for it and ask for who are those that committed this crime? We can do it. We go back to the board and go back. We want those that commit the crime to appear. We want to see those who kidnap this. We want to see that flight that took off from. That was the reason why many top rank officers lost their job without benefit in Kenya. Immigration. How can a private jet came into this country, no registration of entry as a private jet into our territory, into our space? How did he come in? The same private jet left without any due process. That was the reason why the head of immigration lost his job. So which means one day you may even go to Al Qaeda group and they pay you. They will not fly into Kenya and massacre people and they still through airport and fly out again. That was the reasons they gave before they sack him. How can flight enter into this country, no due process? The same flight left, no due process. It's a crime. It's a crime. And the president of Kenya acted. That is the reason why they poisoned the Kenya ambassador in Nigeria. The Nigerian executive eliminated him immediately because if he's alive, they will squeeze him. You see how the man lost his life? The money he make through this action, he did not stay alive and eat the money. Because the money was traced and found in his account. The money was traced and found in his account of one of his sons. It was found in the account of one of his sons. The date, the period to the time of that incident. That's how they discovered that, oh, this money may be that money. Our brother Mazi Chika Austin, I don't think he has. I don't think he'll be able to join. I don't think he'll be able to join today. I don't think he'll be able to join. I don't think he'll be able to join. He couldn't meet up. I don't think so. Oh, so I'll proceed. So this is why we are talking about respect the order of the court. If you are indeed saying you are desiring to sustain your so-called Nigeria, you first of all start from somewhere. Where is this somewhere you must start from? You must start from by allowing the justice to stand and allowing justice to take place. You can never ever sustain something without doing things right. You can never be a medical doctor without studying medicine. It's not possible. You can never be a civil engineering without studying it or learning it. There must be something. That was a joke One joke they say, they ask a boy, go to school. The father asked the boy, go to school. He cried. He said, I don't want to go to school, daddy. The mom came and, can't you go to school? Your mates are going to school. They are happy going to school. Why every morning we must flog you? You must be forced to go to school. He said, daddy, mommy, I don't want to go to school. The daddy asked the little boy, then you don't want to go to school. What do you want to become in future? He said, I want to become a senator in Nigeria. I said, no, the baby boy is right. Because it's only in Nigeria you become a senator or become a governor or become a judge by not going to school at all. You just go to Oluwele and do forge some certificate. That's why the little girl from our land, from Biafra land, Anambra State, that went and forged certificate and put on the internet, that girl saw the future of Nigeria. That's why I said that girl she need to be awarded. She need to be, I don't know, she need to be given an award. Because these are the people that have the sight. We don't have the sight. I was telling somebody, I said, this girl need to be called. There's something that made that girl do that thing. That's the motivation that girl got somewhere. Because the girl have seen most of senators representing their constitution, they didn't even go to school. They have PhD. Just paperwork. Most of governor that is governing Nigeria, they don't even go to school, but they have the certificate. When they were, I said, no, the baby boy is right. He wants to be senator. He don't want to go to school. Because this is the culture. This is the Nigeria, one of the Nigeria parts and the parcel of doings. I said, this baby boy have seen the future of Nigeria. And anybody that has the vision of any place need to be rewarded. Yes, Daddy, I don't want to go. Because going to school just to waste his time. Because if you force him to go to school, at the end of the day, Yusuf from Adamawa, who did not even go to school, the only thing they will teach there, Yusuf, is Quran. They will teach him how to recite Quran. At the end of the day, they will go and forge certificate and tell you that he went to Arab school. They will forge and say he went to Arab school. Islam, School of Islam. And he will become Minister of Justice. They will now call one Igbo man, money mortgage, the one that love money, or call one Kunle from Yoruba, who really went to school and studied law. They will now call those ones. That is how Nigeria has been operating. If you don't know, they will not call those ones to come. Your salary is 2 million naira, or your salary is 5 million naira monthly. You just be behind him. You are the one to do the job. Anywhere that is going to have a speech in the next week, they will bring him inside the room and lock him there and begin to train him, write something and say, read it out. He will read it. He will begin to learn and learn how to read that thing. That is why anytime you see them, they are with paper. Only Nigerian ministers and their governors and their president are always with paper. What other president in the world? The paper they are having with them is just the paper to know to not miss the lines of topic they want. Watch them. That paper you are seeing the president put on those podiums is just to remind themselves, okay, Number one, this is what I will say. Number two, this is what I will say. Number three, this is what I will say. And you will see, whenever you look the book, you just go direct and look the topic. You will face front. Begin to watch what I'm telling you now from today on. You will face front, address the whole nation, address the whole world. Because what he want to do, what he want to know is the topic. Because he went to school, he studied it, he know what to say at the right time. But you see Yusuf from Adamawa or Brunu, every time they are with paper. When the one that Chukwemeka wrote for him, or Kunle from Yoruba land wrote for him, when he finished, he closed, chapter close. They think that is the only way they ask him question, aside what they have been rehearsing for a week before you the question. At the end of the day, what will happen? At the end of the day, what will happen? That you begin to answer nonsense. That is why they will ask Tinubu for something. Look at the speech Tinubu made in summit. Very disgraceful. Look at those two Arab presidents. All of them were surprised looking at. You do know what those people are looking at? They are looking at saying, God, does this person come from? Is this person a president of a place? They don't even know where they turn their face, begin to look at him. They lost control because they don't supposed to do that themselves. You know, there's something someone will act. You self, maybe they tell you to face front. Nobody will tell you to look. You will begin to look the person. Because there's something they say, this don't pass me. Waiting be this. That was what they are looking. Waiting be this. What is exactly going on here? How does this question or what he are speaking now, how does he relate? Do you know what happened? Because Kunle that wrote the speech were writing the speech based on what they probably, predated. Okay, this is what they will ask you. And that's what they wrote. That's the speech they wrote for him. So in other way, he don't know another thing to present. Even when that speech does not concern the president, because other people, the one they wrote for him, other presidents have addressed it. So it's not necessary anymore. So they now ask him to face this one that nobody have treated. Church close. Mosques scatter. He began to read out what they wrote and hand over to him. That has nothing to do. It's like a man who carried expo to exam hall. Getting to that place, the subject he carried the expo was not treated that day. That was the one. The subject he carried the expo went into the exam hall was not handled that very day. They brought another thing entirely. What do you think that man will do? He will fail. He will fail woefully. Because the expo he carried to that place does not match with the exam they are going to take that very day. So what we are saying here is, you cannot sustain a place you are not doing things right. It's impossible. You can never ever sustain a place that you are not doing things right. Before you sustain something, you must do that thing right. Before you sustain something, you must do that thing right. It's like a man who wants to sustain his job. They say the hour to resume work every day is 6:30 a.m. in the morning. First day, you come 7 a.m. While the rules and regulation of the company is 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Everybody must put their hand on the finger machine. The time and the minute you come will appear on the system. Then the first day you come, they say 6:30. Other ones may even arrive there 5:59 or 5, time and press it, and everything is appearing on the system. Everything is appearing on system. This person used to come in. Before you know what happened, they begin to detect the worker that used to come more earlier. They say, oh, this Mr. John, look at his record of coming to work. He always come here 5:55 or 5:57, this and that, not even 6. Oh, this one used to come here 6:10, 6:05, 6 this and that. But you, every time they check your record, either 6:45 or 7:20. Then when they ask you, do you want to sustain that your job? You say yes, you want to sustain that. Then what is the rules or regulation of that particular company? That is the question you ask yourself. When they are laying workers off, you are the first in the list to lay off. When they are laying workers off, they bring your name. Your name will be the first list. Then the next thing you will do, hey, you run to one foolish drunkard on the poor minute that call themselves prophet or prophetess. You run to that place, he will look at you. You say, it is your grandmother. The mother of your mother or your grandfather is a witch. He doesn't want you to progress. Do you see? And you say you want to sustain the job. Exactly, that is exactly what Nigeria politicians are doing. They want to, this country is our country. We want to sustain it. We want to sustain the country. What is the rules of engagement to sustain that country? The rules of engagement is obeying the justice, obeying the judiciary, obeying the constitution. Are you doing it? No. Then how do you want to sustain it? Like a man who wants to sustain his job, but he come late. Where he know the hour of work resume, but he always come late. When they now lay him off, or when they now complain, like we are complaining now, when they now complain and say, oh, you are not always coming early. Therefore, we won't be able to sustain you in this company. Go. You not turn around and say, they are bad. These people, they are wicked. They are demon, they are devil. You begin to call them devil, while you are the one that is very devil before them, because you are not obeying anything in regards of the time to walk into that company. Agitation of IPOB, they want to divide the country. Why won't they divide the country? Country that judiciary has collapsed, country that policing has collapsed, country that army has collapsed, country that immigration has collapsed, custom has collapsed. Imagine a custom woman standing very boldly in a daylight in the airport, telling somebody that you are going to miss your flight if you don't give me 5,000 naira. My paper is complete, madam. I know She responded, and you have everything. Give me 5,000 naira, you pass. If you don't give me, you will miss your flight. And the lady was there thinking that it was a joke. The ones who don't want to miss their flight, give her money and move. He returned and told the lady, do you see you are just delaying yourself? Until the lady said, I'm not giving you this money. I have more than this money. I can give you more than that, but for this reason, I am not giving you. I want to see myself miss the flight, and let me miss the flight. Case start. Tomorrow now, you will see some people that will say, that lady is a very wicked lady. What is 5,000 naira? No. It's not about what is 5,000 naira or what. These are the people who want to do things right. Somebody like me will do more than that. What is 5,000 naira? That I cannot even buy you a plate of food. But that lady knew what he was saying. She knew what he wanted to do. Why must this woman be doing this always? In this place? And somebody who called himself pastor, came there and said, Madam, why can't you just give her this money? I'm working, I'm just go where you're going. And the lady looked at the pastor. He said, did you say you call yourself a pastor? And you want me to give money to this person who is demanding by force? No, I'm not giving. Now, Constitution have said, discharged and acquitted of Mazi Lionman, and the no court have, the same people are holding him illegally. Tomorrow, instead of them to do the right thing, I say, oh, we didn't know that what we are desperate in getting him, so that the way we get him, since he's wrong, and now the thing have backfire on us. Okay, let us leave him. At least you obey, you show the sign that yes, you really want to sustain that so-called your nation. You show the sign first. Oh, okay, we want to sustain it. Okay, good. According to our own court and according to our constitution, according to international constitution, according to international engagement, we fail it. As a president, as senators, as governors, as security chiefs, allow him to go. We were desperate to get something, but we get it on the wrong angle. In other way, to leave a good example of the constitution and respect the constitution, allow him to go. We have made this mistake, we have made the mistake. Allow him to go. But the same man you are holding him tight. Let me tell you something. There is nothing IPOB do in this regard that the world will blame IPOB. The world are listening. The world knew that IPOB have intelligent people. They have educated people. They have people with dignity and integrity. They know. The word miscreant they used to call before. Why are you not hearing that word again? Imagine miscreants looking at the intelligent men and women of dignity and honor, addressing them as miscreant. People that they will bring you into their office and lock you and say, okay, do you call me miscreant? Bring him into my office. Let him sit down. Let us take exam. Which exam? Which subject do you want to present with me and this senator? Bring it on board. In the next 30 minutes, I am done with my own paper and the submit to professionals, to professors of the world. Then that senator from Ngwa, who is presenting one constituency in Ngwa, you'll be sweating. Both the leg, everywhere you'll be sweating. The international professor will not tell him, you will see the same senator sweating from head to toe because he don't know what to write. Only what he knew is bullying and the stealing of public funds. So finally, on this program today, I'm about to close. Finally, I want to urge Nigeria state, and I want the international community to hear me and hear me very clearly. Let them do the right thing and obey the court order that have already been standing there for the freedom of Mazi Lionman. There is no other thing. According to the constitution, what Nigeria commits is a crime before international community, and the court, according to this thing, so he is hereby discharged and acquitted, and that discharged and acquitted is where Nigeria state should obey. Any other thing attached to it, they are doing themselves, because IPOB have come to stay, and we have come to restore Biafra so that nations and the children that are coming behind, both in Yoruba land, both in Hausa land, both in Biafra land, we have a future in Africa. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, from me, from here, this program have come to an end. I thank you all for joining this BTV Europe. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect us in this spirit of December or Christmas. I wish you Merry Christmas, and be watchful and be prayerful as well. Be careful out there. Do not be drunk. Don't drunk yourself and drive. Thank you, and God bless you all.